Are you interested in fusing robots into other robots, leading to a final epic boss level threat of a robot like the Megazord from Power Rangers?
This doesn't look good! Okay, Power Rangers, let's do it! You wanna fight? You got it!
Yo, what's going on everybody? It's Blobfish Bandit. Welcome back to my videos. Today I have a spicy one for you. It is a deck guide for Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, as you can see up here. Don't look at my histories. We are going to be looking at Portalcraft, specifically artifacts. This is the first deck I was playing since I got the lucky rolls, because it is a top tier deck. This is one variation of it. This is my deck I've been running and playing with. Now if y'all are like me, Portalcraft confused the hell out of me, especially as a beginner to this game. I never played Shadowverse 1, hopped into this one fresh, but huge shout out to my buddy KDK Rogue on Reddit. Met that dude since I started playing, and he has been super helpful in helping me craft this list, along with learning the ins and outs of Portalcraft, specifically artifacts. Without him, I would be lost in the sauce, but I figured it out. Been playing it since release religiously because I couldn't afford to make any other deck. That's a whole nother video, but let's go into this one. Alright, so you want to start out with the gears. So how do we get these robots? I'm not going to go into every card in the deck yet. Let's start here, right? So what are gears? Gears are these cards, right? So you've got the Gear of Ambition, and you've got the Gear of Remembrance. Alright? Now, they don't do anything by themselves, but what you can do is fuse. When you fuse this card, transform it into a fortifier artifact. So, if you start with the blue one, and you fuse it with another blue one or a red one, it doesn't matter. It matters what you start with to fuse. So if you fuse a blue one into another 1-drop, you get a 3-drop artifact called Fortifier. This one has Ward, so, you know, they have to hit it. If you start with the red one, you get a Striker artifact, which is this one, and it has Rush. As you can see, it's a beefy boy. That's why it has Rush. You can take out another enemy. Now, we have many cards to get these artifacts. So this is a 1-drop spell. You get both 1 and 1 of these gears. You have Elise here. She's a 1-drop, and when she leaves the battlefield, you get a Gear of Remembrance. That is the blue one, so you get a ward if you fuse that one first. We've got Electric Whiplash. Alright, she just straight up gives you another blue one for playing her. Not too shabby. Ironheart Hunter gives you the red one for playing her. We've got a kill spell. This is some good defensive spell. It just deals 3 damage and it adds a blue gear to your hand. As you can see, we're going to be getting a lot of gears. We have Kitty Cannoneer. She adds a red one to your hand, and she has Rush. So another like nice little spell to, or creature rather, to get rid of another enemy. Miriam, she gives you both gears in your hand, one of each type, which is very nice. And if you evolve her, remember this, she does it again, gives you both. Can come in clutch. We have Rukina. She gives you both once again. Bullet. This is a removal spell, so you can just straight up destroy an enemy follower on the field. It gives you both a Gear of Remembrance and Ambition. Eluet, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but this is an MVP card. It gives you the Gear of Ambition and the Gear of Remembrance. We'll go into her deeper in a minute. And that's all the cards we have that give you ambitions and remembrances. Okay, so we have a ton of ways to get these 1/1s. Now, once you have the 1/1s and you start getting your 3 drops, you can then fuse these into larger robots. As you can see, and if you check in the game, if you click on the description of your cards in your hand, if with a 3 drop, it'll show you each of the artifacts you can craft, and it says 1, 2, or 3 more. So what this means is if I have a 3 drop, and it could be either this one or the blue one. So let's go the blue one. This one or the red one. As long as you have 1 3 drop, you can start building your gold robots. So 1 3 drop plus 1. We'll just go by the number here. So 3 green, 1 green, you can get this fella right here. And at the end of your turn, restore 3 defense to your leader. Now these are all your 5 drop robots. You're going to want all 3 variations of robot. So let's repeat one more time. 3 drop plus 1 drop. You get the one that restores life to your hero. Now moving on, if you do a 3 drop plus 2 1 drops, so you're gonna tap on the 3 drop, fuse it, and you're gonna go 1/1 with 2 separate 1 drops. You're gonna get this bloody man, which is at the end of your turn deal 3 damage to the enemy leader. This is nice if you want to do face damage. Very nice, especially against slower decks and such that are trying to build up. You might want to just ping them more often, a little more aggressive, so you're going to use this guy. And then last but not least, and this one's where it gets a little trickier, you want to combine and fuse 2 3/3s. So, and they could be of any ones, like as I said before. So if you get a 3 drop with another 3 drop, okay, you get the AoE artifact. So this one deals 3 damage to all enemy followers at the end of your turn. It's a very nice board wipe, and even later in the games you can make more of them and get like 6 damage at the end of your turn. It goes nuts. This goes for all 3 of these robots. These are your targets from the beginning of the game. You're going to want to keep building towards all 3 of these, because once you get all 3 of them on turn 9 if you go second, on turn 10 if you go first, you can fuse all 3 of those robots into the Masterwork artifact. This is your overpowered Megazord. Alright, that's, that's all I can say. Alright, it has Storm, it has Ward, it has Aura, so they can do very little to you, and he can attack right away. And he automatically does 5 damage to all enemy followers and restores 5 health to your leader. He's pretty busted. The thing is just getting there. So, I'm going to have a cheat sheet in the description below, make it a little easier for a visualization. If you're brand new like I was, it's very confusing at first. The best way to learn it is just to play it. Alright, that's about all I can tell you. You just gotta play the deck. Like I could tell you every in and out of it, but it's not gonna work unless you actually go there and learn about these gears and play with it. Cheat sheet will help though. Now beyond that, let's look a little deeper into some of the other cards here. A little spicy cards. So these are pretty simple. They just give you the gears you want to build your robot army. Little removal, rush removal. I've told you about her evolve. Now let's get into some extra tricky ones. Alright, so Rukina, back to her. If you evolve her, it summons a striker artifact. So you just get a 5/1 with rush, so you could try to, you know, remove one of the enemy cards off the field. I rarely use this one. I don't want to waste my evolve on it, but you know, there are those rare occasions where you're desperate to get something off that field and you might have to. Moving on to this one. This might be one of the best cards in the deck, and what makes Portalcraft so good. When you evolve Eluit, okay, let's evolve. Bloop, turns into a cat. Select an artifact follower in your hand that costs 5 or less and summon an exact copy to the field. Which means any of your 5-drop gold robots that you've been crafting since turn 1 are going to be on the field with an evolved version of her. Obviously, she's going to be higher than 2-4, but you know. So you can attack right away here for an enemy, but you can also try to get extra defense if you're running low. You can ping the enemy for free at the end of the turn if you want. You can deal 3 damage and a board wipe to all their enemies, and you get a nice creature out on the field. Super good card. Then we have the Doomrite Resurgence. You select 2 artifacts in the same vein of the previous card we looked at. She gets 1. This one summons 2 from your hand that cost 5 or under. The only difference is, and what makes this not as good, as at the end of your opponent's turn, it destroys both of the artifacts you summoned this way. So you don't get, they're like temporary, but it can be nice to give you that extra boost mid-game to survive, to build your giant robot. Let's talk about Sylvia. Just super good card. She's very versatile. 100% have as many copies as you want. This card slaps and can save your ass. Alright, so Fanfare. You can choose between one of these. You either draw 2 cards if you're running low, or you restore 4 health to your leader. I call it health, it's actually defense, but y'all know what I mean. Restore health to your leader. If you evolve it, you can destroy 1 enemy follower on the field, and if you super evolve it, you can select 2 enemy followers to destroy. Super clutch, especially with the health restoration. Super good card. We'll save Orcus for last because she might be the best card in the deck. Raumia,
Sonic Boot.
She selects 3 artifact followers in your hand that cost 5 or less and summon exact copies of each. And if you super evolve her, give all allied artifact followers on the field +1/+1. So just like these cards we talked about previously, she summons 3 instead of 1 or 2, and they actually stay on the field unless your enemy kills them. So you could summon literally all 3 of your meaty robots, which I do very often with her. I'll usually end up summoning all 3 of the mix. And then here we go, last but not least, Orcus. I don't know how to actually pronounce her name, but we're going to keep it. Alright, Newfound Heart. She summons a Lloyd. What is a Lloyd, you ask? It is a 1/6. It has a ward, and yeah, he's pretty cool because whenever an allied puppetry follower enters the field, give it Storm and Bane. So if you don't know, that also counts for Lloyd. So he's also going to have Ward, Bane, and Storm. So he can attack right away and kill literally anything on the field because of Bane. Super evolve, and you get 2 copies of Enhanced Puppet. Enhanced Puppet is a 3/3 puppet that has Rush, and also Storm and Bane, because they are puppets. She's stupid good. Now, y'all knows there's a couple different things you could trade out of this deck. This is my version of the deck that I play. It's more pure artifacts. Orcus is like the only outlier, but she's just so good you'd be kind of silly not to have her. But some people like Puppet Theater. I've seen a lot of people switch out Kitty Cannoneer for Puppet Theater. This is a countdown card at the end of your turn. Add a puppet to your hand, so you get a little extra, rush damage if you want. which means you can summon these Rush 1/1 puppets, which also comes in handy with Orcus later, if you want to give them Storm and Bane, as we said. Another one is Ancient Cannon, a personal favorite of mine. I actually recently took that out of this deck, but that's only because I got an extra Orcus and such. But this card can be really good, especially if you're going up against aggro decks like Swordcraft, where anytime you fuse, it deals 2 damage to a random enemy. It also adds a Gear of Ambition to your hand when you first play it. So it gives you that extra first step to fuse some more. And if anybody's confused, fusing is what we were talking about with all of these. Anytime you fuse and craft any type of robot, you're going to do 2 damage to a random enemy follower with the cannon. So it can be super good against aggro decks. I've been having success without it lately, but that's because I have a lot of Portalcraft mirror matches anyway. But, you know, in the future, if you get, or in your meta game, if you're fighting a lot of aggro decks, it might be worth putting in Ancient Cannon. So yeah, that's it for this deck. Now, I'm going to show you a QR code for the deck if you're curious about trying this version of the deck. There's many other decks, and I also have it linked in the description below. That's the gist of my version and the one I've been playing. But yeah, I'll also pop up that cheat sheet on the screen right now for you just to take a look at, and you can download that in the description below. But with all that out of the way, that's just a basic quick guide on the ins and outs of artifacts. I know it sounds confusing, but the best way, like I said before, just get in there and play. And yeah, it'll just come naturally over time, like me. Anyway, I'm going to show you a few gameplay footages of the deck in action. I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, remember, squish that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good YouTube jazz. And cheers for watching. So, let's get to it. Stay squishy, my friends. These are going to be pretty silent gameplay footages, nice, chill, lo-fi, so sit back, relax, and take a gander. Deuces.
We have much to discuss. Determining target's capability.
Change
Trajectory. Calculate.